Hi, friends. Welcome to my channel for the total healing of your body, mind, and soul in all possible ways. Now, I'm going to tell you about how to deal with teenagers, especially the stubborn ones. As I have majored in teenage psychiatry, I'm used to the behavior of teenagers. When they are stubborn, to a large extent, the parents have to go through a tough time to handle them. As parents, we have to always love them even if they are very difficult to handle and even if they do anything wrong. Explain to them what wrong they did and what are the consequences, but don't ever shout at them and don't ever go to beat them. We must remember that this is their age to start becoming independent. Even though they depend on the parents for money, clothes, food, and other necessities like the cell phone and all, they still want to have power in their hands, like their daily routine habits. Especially when a teenager is stubborn, he or she will not like to follow the rules laid down by the family, but would like to follow his or her own rules. When they were smaller or when they were kids, they used to easily accept the rules the parents had to put forth for them. But now they start questioning for why some things are not as per their choice. Parents have to have a lot of patience to deal with them because now it is their age to rebel or argue about many things. They will even raise their voice. But we must understand that they are growing now. They are becoming adults now. So we must control ourselves and be calm near them. They will not accept blindly anything that is imposed upon them unless they are convinced that it is right for them. If they are smart, and usually nowadays most teenagers are smarter than our generation because today they all have a cell phone in their hand. So they have access to the whole world and they have friendships in far away countries even. Before the beginning of the 21st century, when all children did not have cell phones in their hands, teenagers used to easily obey the rules laid down by the parents. Now they like to do things in their own way. Parents must love them unconditionally. And if a teenager is too stubborn to follow any rule, he or she should be told by the parents or at least by the dad that if he or she does not do a certain thing as per the rules of the family and wants to do it in his or her own way, then he or she must be able to bear the consequences and say that we will not be able to give you any help at that time because it will be too late. At this time, if the teenager listens to obey at least a little of the family rules, things will be a little easier. They can understand now, so instead of threatening them about some actions or things and the consequences, they should be told to choose between the options and at the same time tell them the results of these actions. For example, if a teenager is not taking interest in studies, tell him or her that he or she has two options: either enjoy life now when it is the age to study, get low grades, and so will have to take up an ordinary job where he or she will not be able to afford luxuries in life like the latest smartphone, the best car, or the one of the best luxurious houses, and so on. Also, tell if he or she studies now, gets good grades or results, will get a good salaried job, and will be able to have all the luxuries in life in the future. So, if you take life easy now, your friends will have a great life, and you will only have to look at them passing in luxurious cars, etc. So, automatically, you are not forcing them but giving them an option to think. They feel they are free now to choose, they are not forced, they feel like that. In rare cases, if the teenager does not listen to your warnings or doesn't understand your possibilities, what you told, you still have control over the privileges you are giving him or her at present. Directly tell him or the teenager that he or she can't figure out the consequences of his or her actions, but you can figure it out. And so, if he or she is not complying to your rules, say, I will not give you any pocket money, only what is required daily, and you will have to take what we give you. You won't get to choose. For example, if the teenager wants cocktail sausages daily, directly tell him or her that they are expensive, and to have them daily, also tell him that it is processed meat, and if it is had daily, it will ruin his or her health and can even lead to cancer. Say you can die early with that type of food daily. If you think your teenager can't control money spending, give him or her only what is needed for the day, daily, and not for a month altogether. Say you will not buy another mobile phone if the present one is broken, but he or she will have to buy a new one after starting to work with his or her own money. If he or she is misusing the phone or carelessly using the phone, not using a phone cover, dropping it down that time, tell him or her that you, as parents, are having a tough time to deal with all the expenses, theirs, the house expenses, all that, and paying all the bills. If they don't understand that they have to put the fan off when they leave the room, make them understand, but don't raise your voice. They, if they are too stubborn, don't recharge their phone on time. Tell them you will recharge a week later as a punishment for his or her behavior. As they don't want to get disconnected from their friends, they will try to obey the rules laid down for them. If it is a boy, it will be a little difficult to handle a boy, as boys have a higher ego. Make them sit with you and discuss about things instead of just imposing things on them. If you are dealing with a girl, then it will be much easier. But now, if you're dealing with a group of teenagers, then you deal with the leader of the group. If the leader of the group you are able to convince or control, automatically automatically all the others will follow him or her. In a mild situation, small problem and all, if the teenagers create, don't shout and all, but just maintain humor, just laugh it off, like, and say don't do it again and all, like that. Show them empathy. You first, as even if you are parents, you first think what you would feel if you were in their place. Don't shout and don't beat, never. It hurts them and it remains in their minds forever. Friends, if you liked my thinking about how to deal with teenagers, especially the stubborn ones, do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join a family. Take care and lots of love to you all. Bye.